While Disney World was busy injecting itself into politics in 2020, Universal Orlando was quietly working on a top-secret project, a massive new theme park called Epic Universe. This is going to be the new reason people come to vacation in Orlando. So here's my list of 10 game-changing attractions that will raise the bar in the theme park capital of the world. It's coming up right now on Hello everyone, this is Darren from OrlandoParksGuide.com. Everywhere I go in Orlando these days, I'm met with major road construction projects and heavy traffic. This is all in preparation for Epic Universe, opening in the summer of 2025. I thought it was time to share with you some highlights of this new park, and get ready because it's huge. Number 10. I had an opportunity to visit Super Nintendo World in Hollywood, California last year, and as a kid of the 90s, it was totally rad. As soon as I entered through the tunnel, I had to press pause for a moment to take it all in. There are attractions, interactive challenges, character meets, and even a restaurant. But the key challenges in particular were especially fun. I'm thrilled that we're getting this in Orlando, which I suspect will be nearly identical, probably larger. The California version is actually kind of small. So here's the story. Bowser Jr. has stolen the golden mushroom. Using your power-up band, you can retrieve the golden mushroom for Princess Peach by playing interactive games through the land and collecting digital keys. I think this means that the Universal mobile app will be how you keep track of your keys. Once you obtain 3 keys, you'll unlock a special game called Bowser Jr. Shadow Showdown. This is yet another technologically advanced attraction where you interact with Nintendo-themed shadows being projected on a wall. I did this in California, and it was one of the highlights of our day. You will need to purchase a power-up band. I got mine at Universal Hollywood for about $45, but without it, Super Nintendo World won't make very much sense. Even though it's additional cost, I think you will get what you pay for here. Now, when I was invited to check this out in California, I did notice that the lines for the key challenges got pretty long. They were about 45 minutes per game, and you only play the game for about a minute. So I'm hoping Universal thinks of a better way to manage this for Epic Universe. Number 9. In How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk, one of the 5 themed lands at Epic Universe, you'll find 4 attractions, a live show, and several character meet and greets. But I think the ride Fire Drill really stands out as a unique attraction. You'll head out to sea on a new boat ride where you'll aim water cannons at targets and other objects, maybe even each other. Sounds to me like Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger spin at Magic Kingdom or Men in Black Alien Attack, but with water. From your boat, you'll blast water cannons at flame-like targets to practice putting out fires, a crucial skill to master when living with dragons, of course. At Dragon Racers Rally, Berk's new Vikings can practice aerobatic maneuvers and high-speed barrel rolls on a massive swing ride. Universal says this swing will go upside down and that riders will be able to make it as wild or as mild as they wish. This ride, at its core, is an off-the-shelf ride likely built by S&S, but with some very unique modifications. Universal says the Untrainable Dragon will be a Broadway-style production with spectacular music and a heartwarming story. I'm surprised at how big the theater looks. This is going to be a major attraction at Epic Universe. Number 8. I wasn't going to include a restaurant on my list, but this one looks exceptionally interesting. Inside the Dark Universe world, you'll be able to dine in Dracula's very own restaurant. I wonder if this is a play on words. I mean, steaks and vampires don't mix. Or are we supposed to picture a bloody steak, perhaps undercooked? I don't know, but it's a great concept, and I love that it's a steakhouse. This fast casual restaurant will have a castle theme, and since this is Dracula's restaurant, it will feature artwork that shows vampires as heroes for a change. The Burning Blade Tavern will also be a major highlight in Dark Universe. The windmill at the top of this quick-service restaurant erupts into flames several times an hour. I'm told that 2 types of fuel are used, allowing for easy visibility during both day and night. But can you imagine how cool this will look, especially at night? The exterior of the Burning Blade Tavern comes from the 1931 Universal film Frankenstein, where an angry mob surrounded the old mill, setting it on fire and trapping Frankenstein inside. Number 7. Let's go back to Super Nintendo World because there's a coaster here that does the unthinkable. It leaps across a collapsed section of track, using special effects, obviously. Minecart Madness is a Donkey Kong themed roller coaster where you'll hop into a minecart and go on a thrilling ride through the jungle. I have seen some of this in testing, and I can tell you that the carts are designed to move just like they do in the Nintendo video game. Are you thinking that we'll be jumping over barrels and old rickety sections of track too? Number 6. I think Dark Universe will be one of the most immersive worlds at Epic Universe, and the flagship attraction will be Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein experiment. Universal says this will be the most terrifying attraction they have ever created, and after seeing what they can do during Halloween Horror Nights, I imagine this will really be something. You'll start out in Frankenstein Manor. There you'll be invited by Dr. Victoria Frankenstein to witness her experiment on how she can control monsters. But something goes wrong and you'll be set off in a dark ride attraction, encountering classic monsters like Dracula, the Wolfman, the creature from the Black Lagoon, and others. The ride system for this looks to be similar to the one used at Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. Dark Universe will also be home to The Curse of the Werewolf, a thrilling dark ride attraction that will reach speeds up to 37 miles per hour as you go racing through a dark forest, encountering the glowing eyes and sharp teeth of the werewolf himself. Number 5. With speeds reaching 62 miles per hour and soaring to heights of 133 feet on 4,800 feet of track, Stardust Racers will be a dueling coaster that simulates comets sailing through the skies. It's also going to be the longest coaster ever created by Universal. But what impresses me the most about this is that both coasters will perform an inverted crisscross at the same time. Universal will not have any illuminated sections of track at night, and it will only illuminate the coaster vehicles. This effect will make it look like comets are shooting across the sky above you. Number 4. Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry will be a dark ride attraction where you'll travel by Metroflu, a unique mode of wizarding transit inspired by the iconic Flu network seen in the films. On this ride, you're on a journey from Wizarding Paris to the British Ministry of Magic for the long-awaited trial of the infamous Dolores Umbridge. Upon arrival, you will enter the Ministry's jaw-dropping Grand Atrium and venture through other departments before boarding magical omnidirectional lifts to watch the trial take place, until Umbridge attempts to escape. Guests then join Harry Potter's friends in a thrilling chase that will propel you up, down, forward, backward, and sideways through the Ministry as they try to capture Umbridge, all while dodging attacks from Death Eaters, rampaging creatures, and more along the way. Number 3. Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge was the single best ride experience I had when I visited Universal Hollywood, and I think this is going to be a favorite here in Florida too. Like Donkey Kong Minecart Madness, this ride is a huge hit in Universal Japan. Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge is rich in attention to detail. The queue is exactly like Bowser's Castle. As you walk along, the queue gradually reveals that the ride's plot involves Team Bowser challenging Team Mario. I expect Orlando's version to be very similar as Japan and Hollywood. In the first pre-show room, you are given augmented reality visors, and then it's off to the second room. When you get to the ride, your visor will connect to your ride vehicle, where you set out on a track that is a very realistic version of the video game Mario Kart. If riders collectively earn 100 points, the ride ends with Team Mario winning the race. However, if riders don't accumulate enough points, they see an alternate ending where Team Bowser wins. Without a doubt, this is the most technologically advanced ride I have ever been on. Number 2. Epic Universe will include 2 brand new value hotels, Stella Nova and Terra Luna. Both are located just outside Epic Universe, a few blocks away from Icon Park and the Wheel in Orlando. You can't miss either of them with their reflective iridescent exterior and futuristic windows. Stella Nova and Terra Luna will each have 750 rooms and will include exclusive theme park benefits and complimentary transportation. Terra Luna opens on February 25th, 2025, and Stella Nova opens on January 21st, 2025. Both hotels will be opened several months ahead of Epic Universe. I suspect Universal is opening them early to carry out a test and adjust period and to compete with the current Orlando Convention Center area hotels. Stella Nova will be themed to reflect the infinite vastness of the universe, while Terra will place guests in an awe-inspiring solar system, accented with fresh surroundings and terrestrial greens and golds. Stella Nova Resort and Terra will be priced at around $147 per night. I already have my reservation, so stay tuned for a review. Number 1. Universal Helios Grand Hotel is inspired by the astronomical and mythological themes of Celestial Park inside Epic Universe. But the feature that I like the most about this resort, and I think for many of you too, is that it will have its own dedicated theme park entrance. So you'll be able to walk out of the hotel and go right into Epic Universe. This will give Universal Orlando 11 hotels and 11,000 hotel rooms total, about 1/3 of what Disney World has. Now, we don't yet have an opening date for the Helios Grand or a price point, but something that is interesting is that Universal isn't calling this a premier hotel like the Hard Rock, Portofino, or Royal Pacific. This one is labeled as a signature hotel. So this has me wondering if it will be its own hotel class or if premier hotels will now be known as signature hotels. I suspect there will be some additional theme park perks here as well for guests staying here. Which of these 10 features are you looking forward to the most? Let's get the conversation started below in the comments. For me, it has to be Dark Universe. I mean, that flaming windmill looks amazing, and Donkey Kong Minecart Madness looks like so much fun. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to see a roller coaster somehow jump the track. Last year, I made a video based on my visit to Super Nintendo World in Universal Hollywood. It will give you some idea of what we can expect here in Orlando. You can watch that video coming up. I'll see you over there.